Monday morning at the Stump Ranch, everybody. Today we are getting cement poured in the walls of the basement. Sturdies everything up. I had to work the last 2 days, so I wasn't able to be up here and check everything out. Ooh, it's echoey in there. So here's the inside. They've got the rock all smoothed out. While I had to work, they sealed up the outside. So from this tall wall here to this tall wall here is going to be the enclosed part of the basement. And then from this wall out to there is going to be where we park our cars, or where Carla parks her car, and maybe I'll park the tractor so I have more room in the shop. Let me take you out on the other side so you can see what they did to seal it. So they used the rubber coat sealant. They used 6 buckets. And then they also tacked up this insulation for added protection. I'll just go all the way around so you have an idea. Try not to trip over these buckets. And probably also what we're going to do today is put a French drain. So that pile of gravel over there and pile of gravel over there is washed gravel, and 2 French drains are going to be put on the outside of these walls before it gets completely filled in with dirt. So there's going to be a layer of dirt and then gravel and then a French drain pipe and then dirt and gravel and then French drain pipe. Tripe? Not tripe. That's disgusting. So I'd say it's looking pretty darn good. Little excerpt here. This is the French drain pipe that they're going to be putting in. Right here, it's corrugated and got these holes in it so the water can flow in, and then it's going to be directed out here to the seasonal creek that we have running right here. And just in case there's any questions, so most of the time when you do something like this, insulation is only put on what would be considered living quarters. So that is why there's no insulation on the shorter walls, but definitely insulation on the taller walls, because that would be considered living quarters, and it just gives a little added protection from the hot and cold. Even though it's going to be mostly underground and it's going to stay around 60 degrees, it's just, you know, an extra about 3/4 of an inch of R factor. So the pipe that I showed you earlier is all laid in there with gravel on top of it, and then weed block fabric on top of that, and he's filling it in with dirt. It's pretty cool. I think we're waiting for the cement truck to arrive, and William is leveling out the washed gravel inside the basement. Hi everybody, it is Tuesday, and in all actuality we left at about 7:30 yesterday, and they were still here finishing up the concrete. It was almost my bedtime. So I came up here today after work to show you the finished product. But first, I got a deal. I always get deals on some OSB. OSB is really expensive right now because of short supply or whatever their reasoning is. So I got a couple of sheets of it that were a little damaged, kind of warped, but I'm screwing them in for a wall, so it really doesn't matter. So I got a piece tacked up, and that's how that is. It's kind of uncomfortable going to the bathroom with no walls. But anyway, we're going down here, and I'm gonna, there's kind of a hill there. I'm gonna show you the finished product. All dry, all finished. We didn't really expect a finished smooth surface on the floor. There's really no point in it. Only gonna use it for storage for our canned goods and stuff. So let's see what it looks like. Boy, I can't walk. Dang. All right. So as you can see, all the tops of the bricks are filled up, and the floor is finished. And it's echoey in here. So the next phase is going to be trusses up here, down there. Yeah, it's going to be a while though. Probably sometime towards the beginning of the year. But I have one more surprise to show you. Hopefully I don't get chiggers because I didn't spray or anything. Gonna do it. So, on prior videos, I've driven you down to where our hunting spot is. Don't mind me, I'm looking down because of the tripping that I do. Seems like every time. And if you look back on those videos, maybe I'll put a link in the description of the video of that. So, about 30 feet, somewhere in there, behind the house. It's actually to the side of the house, but behind the house when you're facing the property. There's a seasonal creek that runs across, and we drive across it to go back to our hunting spot. Even when it rains, it's really not that big of a deal. It's not very, like, I'm not going to get stuck. Just put it that way. It doesn't fill up in rage or anything. But when the contractor was cleaning up the area, this area, behind the house, the actual behind the house and shop. He was pulling out the trees and everything. And he came up and told us that we have no seasonal creek. And that was kind of confusing. But what we do have is a spring. Let's see if I can get a better picture here. There we go. You can see it running. Water in a seasonal creek, as hot as it's been, should not be running. Let me scooch over here without falling. Oh look, there's a snake. That's pretty cool. But yeah, so we have a spring, not a seasonal creek. So that was pretty exciting, kind of a little bit of a game changer. We're gonna see if we can arrange it a little bit differently, because it comes from underground up there somewhere, and then right down here somewhere it goes back underground, and obviously where we drive over it, it is underground too. This is a really pretty snake. I don't think he likes me. He's sticking his tongue out at me. I think he thinks I might hurt him. Oh well, not gonna. Alright. So that's pretty awesome. A mosquito bit me already. That's a big shocker. Okay. Back towards the front. So yeah. Springtime. In the summer. Walk down a little bit further. See, it's dry here. It's gone underground up there somewhere, and it goes underground most of the rest of the way. So we got to figure out some way to fix that. We might dig a little pond over in this area for it to run into, and then it'll run out, and get it to actually be above ground behind the house, so we'll have a cool creek type thing behind the house. Well, that's the surprise I wanted to show you. I gotta get back to the house and get this thing edited. I really appreciate you guys watching. It means a lot to me. And if you so desire, I would appreciate if you subscribe and click the like button whenever you watch. And right next to the subscribe button, there's a little bell next to that. You ring that bell and you can choose to be notified every time I put a video out. Well, I got that wood all loaded up. Well, unloaded, not loaded up. And I'm gonna head to the house now. You guys have a great day. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.